And we're live on the Touchdowns and Tangents show, live from the Good News radio station in Los Angeles. It's your boy, Pete Camarillo.
It's Kenneth Frank James Barry.
Wow, that was the worst self-introduction I've ever heard in my entire life.
I feel like shit, and I'm upset. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, I think you want to fix your mic a little bit, put it closer to you, too. Out here looking like a rookie.
First off, there's no video in here, so no one knows what I look like right now. Shut up. We good now? Are we good? Is everything good?
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, man, so Touchdowns and Tangents, day after 4th of July. We're still here. We're still alive. I'm fresh off a campground, getting off the grid day. You know, had to refresh. And pretty much...
Where'd you go?
I went out to San Luis Obispo where there's nothing.
So the middle of no goddamn where.
Yeah, pretty much. And
you went to where not even God could find you.
Yeah, pretty much. But for some odd reason, I still had cell phone service, so I was still getting all my group chat hate that I get every single day. Shout out to all the cyber bullies that are my friends, including you.
First off, I'm not a cyber bully. I'm a bully in real life, but only the people I care about. Shout out to me. I felt that in my spirit. I needed that.
But yeah, man, if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the X affiliates, xsquadaffiliates.com, make sure you check them out. They got a bunch of different shows there. We just did a podcast with Kesey, Kicking It with Kesey. So shout out to him, man. Just basically talking about the show, talked a little bit of NBA. And as you know, always check out the Good News radio station app. It's our home where you can hear us live, as well as a bunch of other different shows, including Courtside Radio, which I didn't get a chance to listen. So the good thing about the Good News is you can actually go back, listen to it on demand. So I don't know if I'm going to listen to this week just because I know they're going to slander me and celebrate LeBron so heavily, and I've been hearing that enough all week. So I don't know. I'll give it an honest listen. But yeah, man, shout out to you fifth seed Lakers. That's all I want to say.
Okay, first off, see, now you got to make me step in. Now I gotta channel my inner Pusha T. First off, you are hiding a hairline with that cap on in this room. It ain't that damn cold in here, even with the AC. Just know that with your knockoff Raiders hat. Second, the Clippers are going to be so bad they probably won't even get a lottery pick. That's how bad they're going to be. And they passed on Michael Porter Jr. They got a dude from Boston College who essentially is just Jared Dudley 2.0. You can't even name him.
No, he's not. He's actually a point guard. So don't hate just because that's the only
Jared
one that
Dudley
you know.
played guard too. He played some point guard too. Yeah.
Why are we even talking about Jared Dudley on anything?
Because that's the only Boston College basketball player reference I have is Jared Dudley in terms of guard. That's it. So yeah, and your first pick was trash too. I forget.
Shy, some, yeah. Long ass name.
Unless it was a Kentucky kid, it was trash. I think they traded the Kentucky pick too.
But yeah, man, we got more NBA talk coming up. We got a guest hopefully calling in to break down free agency. If you listened to this podcast before, you probably know who it is because he's our resident NBA guy. But before we get to any of that, as well as the burning topic that is on Kenny's mind, KB, why don't you go ahead and lazily, zombie-ish, tell people what this podcast is like?
This podcast is like when you really didn't want to go to work today because you closed last night and you have to open in the morning, and your boss asked you to do that one last punk-ass thing when you got like 10 minutes left in your shift, knowing damn well it's going to take about 55, but the only solace you have is that all the petty thoughts in your mind that you are conjuring up, you will laugh at hysterically in your car for no reason, and nobody else will really know what you're laughing at or why you're laughing for, but you'll just be filled with happiness and justified pity. That's what this podcast is like.
Yeah, and what this podcast isn't is it's not your typical radio show where we're going to yell at each other and argue and debate. The whole point is we want to give you sports in a way that you haven't consumed it before. And the weird thing is, man, I often get a lot of compliments from non-sports fans about our show because they're like, oh, I can actually listen to your show and not know anything about sports. And for us, I think that's a big compliment. And also people that I know who really do rock with sports tell us our analysis is top notch. So that's definitely where the touchdowns and the tangents elements come on. It's broad enough for anyone to listen, but we give enough key points that it's a touchdown every time. So, yeah, touchdowns and tangents. Stitcher, SoundCloud, Speaker, Podbean, all the usual suspects. Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, I wish we had gunshots, but you know what? School's in session, so I'll take this. Gonna get a crash course in summer school podcasting.
So, KB, real quick, since I know you're upset about it, why don't you go ahead and bring up rookie Madden ratings, because this has been an ongoing conversation that we've been having on touchdowns and tangents every single week.
Baker Mayfield is trash. Baker Mayfield is like all those fratty, douchey guys who love Dude Bro. Like when they saw his Madden ratings, I'm pretty sure they jizzed in their pants. Like,
yeah, I really don't know.
He's like he's every frat boy's dreamboat. He's like Johnny Manziel. He's just another Johnny Manziel.
Honestly, man, it doesn't make
I don't believe in Baker Mayfield. There.
It doesn't make any sense to me why Baker Mayfield is an 81 in any dimension of football.
How you have 95 arm strength?
Bro,
how? You had fast-ass Oklahoma receivers.
Let's really talk about it. Like, if NCAA was still coming out, would Baker Mayfield have been an 81 last year on NCAA football? Probably not. Maybe an 85 with a bunch of 90s
overall.
on his whole team.
He'd been a 99 overall.
I don't know about that, man.
No, against NCAA football, he won a Heisman. He would have been 99. He'd have been 99 overall. Now, I would probably...
Before the season, though.
Madden is smoking crack because, first off, if you're basing speed ratings off, what speed ratings have all been based off of, is like someone's 40 time, things like that. Baker Mayfield ran a 4.84 but has 81 speed rating. Explain that to me. Like, I ran a 5.7 in high school, so I guess I can just go around both and say I have a fucking 70 speed rating.
You look like you ran a 6. Let's be real.
No, I ran a 5.7. But I actually ran faster my junior year. It's just the timing got messed up. I was probably more like around a 5.5, 5.4. But I was still slow. I was faster in real time. But, yeah. Or if I was running from a dog. But,
some other key rookie ratings, which... The latest information is saying that Lamar Jackson is actually 79 with the 91 speed. I know before we had
should be faster.
Before we had said he was like a 72 based off whatever website we found it on, but now I think it's officially he's a 79. So that's actually a pretty good rating for Lamar. Roquan Smith getting an 81 was pretty fair.
89 speed, 91 acceleration.
Quentin Nelson with an 83 was real.
That might be more than KO.
Yeah, it is. We'll see, man.
How? I don't care if he has 97 strength. How?
It doesn't really make sense, but I'm not saying anything until the game comes out and I actually have it in my hands and I'm able to go through the rosters line by line and talk shit, slanders. Shout out to all my man gamers out there. You can add me. Start the car. That's right. It's a Raiders thing. Start the car on Xbox Live. Add me. Let's play.
Fam, your Xbox doesn't even work.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, so your Madden didn't work the last time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's because it was an old Madden. It was Madden 17. It was scratched. So stop hating, please.
Yeah. How you scratching Madden? Real gamers don't have scratched Maddens from the year before. Well, the only time I had a scratch Madden was Madden 2004 because I thought that shit was just trash.
Whoa, we're gonna fight. Don't you ever slide, man. Bro, you know how many late fees I got on Madden 2004 renting it from Blockbuster? Bro,
you literally get the real game. You had to rent it.
Bro, between the late fees, I really could have bought 4 actual game copies.
You could just went to GameStop and just returned another game and got that game and only paid $5.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, GameStop is the biggest scam. The biggest well operated scam ever. Bro, how you offer me 50 cents for this damn game?
I mean, what was a bigger scam, them or like hip hop festivals in LA that are like in random ass underground dungeons? That honestly, if like the health inspector went there, they would get flagged for asbestos. Like, what's worse? What's worse?
Yeah, I don't know.
You ever been to an underground hip hop show?
Not in a long time.
Exactly. There's a reason why. That's why there's a reason why you probably don't go to GameStop either. KB Toys was my thing. I used to buy my games from KB Toys because I used to get hella.
Yeah, man. I think GameStop is looking for a seller, so another part of our childhood is about to be gone. Shout out to
13
Toys
cents
R
for
Us,
that, buddy.
Yeah, shout out. The worst part is like
wait. Toys R Us, R.I.P.
The worst part is like my little brothers, they legit know how to use technology pretty well for being 11 and 12, and so they'll go on and like look at their trading value and like assess everything, how much they can afford to get, and still go in there and leave disappointed. And you know what? I'm like, yeah, man, sucks to be you. I don't even feel bad because GameStop did that so many times, like, and that was before they had a whole computer system. So
I remember when I bought I had to get a new PS2, the skinny one, and I paid $50 for it, but then they wouldn't give me the memory card. They were trying to charge me $20 for the memory card. I was like, what kind of like, this isn't a drug deal. Like, I'm not, you don't have my daughter, you don't have like my daughter or my sister or my mom tied up somewhere in a warehouse. Why are you busting my balls over a memory card? It should just come free with it at that point. Like, honestly, I think we can say this. Madden ratings are trash, and so is GameStop.
all right, man. So let's switch it up. Other topical news of this week. You want to talk Reuben Foster or you want to talk Jameis Winston first? What do you got more energy to talk about? Since I know you're running on reserves here this week.
Let's speaking of reserves, and Fred Warner's been playing great, or at least in practice. Let's just talk about this Reuben Foster situation, because I feel like it's going to lead into another situation involving a certain Ohio State cornerback that plays for a certain team in the Bay Area. But yeah, let's talk about Reuben Foster first.
How about you talking to the mic a little bit better?
I'm talking into the mic. I'm talking directly into the mic, fam. What?
Yeah, man. I'm over here trying to get Kenny's levels right. He's on the boards.
You can't hear me? Can you hear
me
now?
There you go. Now you're
actually,
better.
You know what? I take that back because now I can actually hear myself. I thought it was the headphones that were just messed up, but
nah, man. You just don't know how to put the mic close to your mouth, but whatever. Pause.
I'm sorry that you know how to put things really close to your mouth and are good at it. I'm sorry. That's your thing.
Yeah, man. So Reuben Foster officially got a 2-game suspension. This was over his latest incident, I think in January, where he was arrested for domestic abuse. The biggest thing with Reuben Foster is he's really lucky.
Even though he didn't do it and he's proven to be completely innocent. But, apparently women never lie about stuff like that.
Again, stop mumbling, bro.
I mumbled on purpose that time. I just said apparently women never lie about stuff like that.
Yeah, man. The whole thing is he didn't do anything this time, but if he keeps putting himself in situations where people can say that he did do something, it's not going to end well because he's not winning any public relations battle, and we've talked about this multiple times because even you were like, Reuben Foster probably did this because of his reputation, and usually you're the one who gives everyone the benefit of the doubt.
I know, and
so
it's rare. But honestly, it's more like when your mom is about to beat your ass, but then she realizes that it was your sibling that actually did whatever, broke something, and actually was the one who should get their ass kicked, but she puts you on punishment anyway just because she's like, I'm watching you. Like, your ass ain't innocent. Go to your room. Don't come outside until I say so. This is what the Niners pretty much did to him. It's like, you're just going to sit down. Sit down.
Remember when everyone wanted to cut him? So it's like
everyone.
At least they didn't do that because then they would have really been looking at themselves stupid, and the whole league would have just been.
And the Raiders would have been like, Yahtzee. Nah, they wouldn't have. They don't.
Nah, they don't
pay middle linebackers.
But yeah, since you brought that up, Gary